Hey, what's good everyone? Local Iceman here. For today's video, I'm going to do a summertime storage tip video here in March. A little early, but gotta pull the ice out. You gotta do what you gotta do. Since a lot of us had to pull the ice out early and our machines will be sitting here longer than usual, it's a good idea to perform a few maintenance routines to ensure the machine will be ready to go when it's time to put the ice back in. So as recommended by Zamboni, there's some summertime storage tips. I'll be referring mostly to the shop book, the 500-546 section 11. Go ahead and check that out. As well as you feel like I missed something, go ahead and comment below, especially battery power machines, because I don't deal with battery power machines, or something you gotta do for long-term storage for battery power. Go ahead and comment below. That'd be useful for everyone to know. All right, so summertime storage tips. Let's start with a few basic ones. I think the first thing you should do is remove the blade. If ice out's going to be a couple weeks or a couple months, you don't want your blade on the machine. Go and take it off, have it sharpened, and get it ready to go for the next time. Second thing is empty your wash water tank as well as your ice making tank. Even though these tanks are plastic, you definitely want to empty them out so you don't have any rust going on. Even though again this is stainless steel, and I don't know if the valve is stainless steel or not, but you definitely don't want things to start rusting out by keeping water in your tank. So go ahead and empty your wash water tank as well as your ice making tank out. And one of the critical things you got to do with the machine is grease all your fittings. Lube the chassis, grease your auger bearings, especially auger bearings. Anything that's going to get water in it, you definitely want to grease it. Even though if you just greased it the week before, you want to grease your vertical auger bearings, your horizontal auger bearings, your board brush and stuff. And definitely hit your steering mechanisms up in front, because you might get a lot of moisture in there that's sitting there over the summer. So by hitting it with grease, you're going to push out any moisture that's built up. That way you don't have bearings or anything rusting apart. Also, make sure you wipe down your grease points as you go. You don't want grease dripping everywhere. And another thing Zamboni recommends is disconnecting the battery. With our machine right here, we could just turn the switch off right here and we'll disconnect the battery. If your machine is going to be long-term storage, you want to slap a trickle charger on it or something just to keep it charged up. Other things Zamboni recommends is to move the machine at least once a week. Well, really what they recommend is to block the machine up in the air and get the weight off the tires. But that's not feasible for a lot of rinks. You definitely want to move the machine once a week so your tires don't get bald spots on them. And just to move the machine, start it up, just to get things going, kind of move things around. You don't want things to start sitting there for too long, not movement. So at least once a week, start your machine up, drive it up and down the driveway or around the rink. I have it parked in the rink right here just because it just gives me some more space to do some work for other things. So move your machine once a week is recommended by Zamboni. One thing I didn't address is one of the basic things, it's kind of seen already, is make sure that you prop your tank up and lower your conditioner in the float position just to get the pressure off the hydraulic cylinders as far as the conditioner as well as the dump tank. You definitely want to leave your dump tank open as well as to let the tank air out. Even though there's not going to be any snow or water in it, it's just a good idea to let it air out and prop it in the air and take the pressure off the springs. Zamboni recommends to keep the tank in the air as well as the conditioner in the float position during long-term storage. And one of the last things recommended by Zamboni is to store your machine in a cool, warm, dry place. Cool, warm, just a warm, dry place, I guess. You don't want to store it outside. You don't want to store it somewhere where it's wet and damp. You try to store your machine in a dry, warm place where it's not going to be exposed to the elements and things like that. Where we have it right now is just perfect. We're lucky we get to park the machine inside over here. And just a couple of things off the top of my head here. You just want to definitely turn your fuel sources off with natural gas or with propane like we have right here. The propane valves are on. We always store a machine in the off position even overnight, or the machine sits for extended period of time. We turn our propane tanks off because if there's a leak anywhere back here next to a hot water heater, that could be trouble. So for long-term storage, definitely turn your fuel sources off. If you have a gasoline powered machine, I'm sure there's a little cutoff switch for the fuel source just in case if you get a leak or something and no one's around to catch it. And another thing you do during the off season, it's not really a summer storage tip, but you definitely want to wipe your machine down. I got some paint here and there when I was taking the ice out, so I went through and wiped the machine down nice and good. It's probably a good time to polish the rims too and polish the machine in general. I still yet got to get under the machine while I was lubing the drive shaft and the steering linkage and stuff. I noticed there's some kind of still paint splattered up, so I want to go through and wipe all that off, make it nice and clean. And the summertime is also a good time to do maintenance on the machine. You saw me do the conditioner kind of during the middle of our season. It's, you know, you could get it done if you have the time and the help and stuff, but now is the best time to do any maintenance on the machine since it's out of service. You don't have to worry about getting it back right away. All right, like I said, go ahead and comment below if you feel like I missed something or overlooked something. Again, especially battery powered machines. I'm not sure exactly what you do for long-term storage. So go ahead and comment below. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. As always, hope you learned something. And like the local ice band says, stay cool.